For a brief moment, Ashton Hall seemed unstoppable. The world watched a man who could turn the mundane into spectacle, who could make a morning routine feel like an athletic ritual, almost sacred. With each upload, he showcased feats of strength and endurance that seemed almost superhuman. Instagram alone witnessed him amass 17.4 million followers in just a few short months. Fans marveled at his commitment, drawn in by videos of his early morning rituals, his ice water plunges, banana oil routines, and eccentric office attire, all framed as evidence of relentless discipline. Yet beneath the allure of fame, a warning flickered, barely noticed. There is nothing more perilous than a rising ego untethered from reality. And when Ashton faced off with one of the biggest streamers in the world, the stakes were about to become terrifyingly clear. From the start, Ashton projected confidence bordering on arrogance. He was the embodiment of a modern digital celebrity, viral, quotable, and seemingly untouchable. Fans and critics alike commented, debated, and emulated his strange routines. Some were inspired, others skeptical. One viewer, visibly frustrated, typed, "So, looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000 immediately," highlighting the intense scrutiny and constant pressure from the audience. Even in jest, the commentary pointed to the fragile tightrope of online fame. While Ashton meticulously engineered his brand through calculated antics, ASMR videos, and viral stunts, he also became a lightning rod for criticism. He was clever, knowing how to manipulate virality. For instance, he would post videos where he jumped into a pool and the footage was edited to appear as if he was suspended in midair for 4 minutes. It was a joke to provoke comments, but one that achieved viral status, racking up over 100 million views on his page alone and nearing 1 billion views once Twitter amplified it. This was not merely happenstance. Ashton had discovered the social media cheat code for attention, turning daily routines into spectacles that captured both admiration and ridicule. Yet fame rarely happens overnight. Ashton's ascent was rooted in years of persistence, experimentation, and careful observation. He had been creating content for around 5 years before discovering the perfect formula. ASMR videos that detailed his routines with hypnotic sounds, drawing audiences into every minutia of his day. These videos allowed viewers to participate vicariously in his life, providing endless fodder for comments, speculation, and imitation. What began as an ordinary routine after a faltering football career gradually morphed into a calculated, viral phenomenon. Ashton's journey was marked by contrasts. From a college football dropout with no clear direction, he found purpose first in gyms, then as a fitness coach online. Partnerships and sponsorships followed, most notably with Muscle Tech, signaling that his life had transitioned from uncertain to seemingly luxurious. However, cracks began to appear. A web designer named Dan Alves claimed Ashton did not pay invoices, and photos surfaced of alleged eviction notices. Suddenly, the carefully crafted persona of wealth and discipline was questioned. Despite these accusations, Ashton continued to flaunt success, claiming ignorance of his exact net worth while maintaining an image of abundance and authority. Revenue streams multiplied. Ashton claimed to reject millions of dollars if the opportunity did not align with his values, insisting on prayerful discernment before every business decision. Yet for all the fame, money, and strategic brand building, there remained a vulnerability: his overconfidence. He believed himself untouchable, a giant within the fitness world, unprepared for the challenge that would come not from a professional athlete, but from a gamer and streamer known simply as Speed. Speed was no ordinary opponent. A multi-millionaire streamer obsessed with football, Speed had a reputation for speed, agility, and competitiveness that few could match. He had raced and beaten highly trained athletes, and his challenge to Ashton was framed as a simple test. But for Ashton, it became a moment of hubris. Despite warnings from peers and friends like Aiden Ross, Ashton insisted he would win, confident in his own routine and physique. He even wagered substantial sums, fully expecting victory. But the stage was set for a humbling, high-speed drama. As the two prepared for the showdown, Ashton's confidence clashed with Speed's experience and composure. In the moments leading up to the race, Ashton belittled his opponent, insisting, "Come on, bro, you are really acting like a chicken." Meanwhile, Speed remained steady, knowing his own capabilities. What unfolded would not just test their physical limits, it would reveal the fragile truth behind Ashton Hall's carefully constructed image. The first race was close, but it quickly became apparent that Ashton had underestimated the challenge. Speed's preparation, honed reflexes, and natural athleticism meant that every sprint, every stride was precise. Ashton, despite months of viral training videos and public display of effort, struggled to keep pace. Fans watched in disbelief as a man who had once been a viral symbol of perfection faltered. Each subsequent race left him further behind, yet he continued to rationalize, and plead for a rematch. Meanwhile, the online community erupted, clips circulated, memes were born, and hashtags like Ashton Fraud began trending. Every loss compounded the blow to his credibility. Yet for Ashton, the loss was not merely physical. It threatened the very foundation of his brand, his identity, and the millions of followers who had once admired him. By the end of the first part, the suspense was palpable. A man who once seemed invincible, celebrated for his morning routines and viral stunts, had been humbled. And as the digital world waited for his next move, it became clear that this race was about more than speed. It was about pride, image, and the fragile nature of internet fame. The story does not end with a simple loss. It spiraled into something far larger, a spectacle of ego, expectation, and the harsh reality of the internet. After the race, Ashton Hall attempted to defend himself, posting videos where he argued over timing, claimed slips, and insisted he had almost won. But the more he explained, the more the cracks in his persona became visible. Fans and critics alike scrutinized every word, every gesture, and every posted clip on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. The phrases Ashton Fraud and Ashton L became trending hashtags almost instantly. People who had previously admired his dedication now questioned everything. How much of this was real? Did he really live like this? Was any of it authentic or just a show? Comments flooded in, highlighting the stark contrast between the hyper-controlled, morning routine influencer persona he had curated and the chaotic, defensive individual scrambling to save face after losing to someone who, in his own words, was just a gamer. Videos comparing his feats to actual athletes went viral, dissecting his jumps, sprints, and claims with expert commentary that left no room for debate. Meanwhile, Speed remained calm. He did not gloat excessively, but every action, every measured response added fuel to the narrative that Ashton Hall had overreached. Clips of Speed casually overtaking Ashton on live streams, followed by unfiltered reactions from viewers, circulated widely. These moments were small, almost insignificant in isolation, but strung together, they formed a damning narrative. A man who once seemed unstoppable could be undone by a single miscalculated race. The irony was sharp, almost poetic, considering Ashton's rise was built on meticulously curated performances. The humiliation was compounded by public figures and fellow influencers weighing in. Streamers like Kai hosted post-race breakdowns, highlighting Ashton's excuses and defending Speed's victory. Analysts from the fitness world questioned his training methods, exposing discrepancies between his online claims and observable reality. Even high-profile athletes, such as Usain Bolt, indirectly contributed to the narrative by validating Speed's speed in subtle posts. For Ashton Hall, every endorsement or recognition that went in favor of Speed deepened the perception of failure. Ashton's response was a mix of denial, deflection, and attempts to regain control. He unfollowed Speed on social media, attempting to rewrite the narrative visually, as if the erasure of connection could erase the loss. He posted clips highlighting minor successes or moments where he claimed the race was too close to call. But the internet, as always, is relentless. Screenshots, archived streams, and viral clips ensured that no explanation, no spin, could undo what had already become a permanent digital footprint. Every what if he tried to present only magnified the perception of fragility. In the midst of this chaos, Ashton's former supporters grew silent. The meme culture that had elevated him earlier now pivoted, turning the same quirks and eccentricities he had used for virality into tools for ridicule. His banana pill rituals, his ice dunks, and his ASMR morning routines were now referenced as symbols of misplaced confidence and naivety. One viral post even juxtaposed footage of his claimed 4-minute air dive against speed casually sprinting, with the caption, "This is what overconfidence looks like." The humor was sharp, collective, and impossible to ignore. Behind the scenes, deals, partnerships, and sponsorships hung in the balance. While some remained speculative, it was clear that brands observing Ashton's trajectory were reconsidering long-term investments. The allure of a rising influencer, once untouchable, had been compromised internally. Those close to him noted a shift. Confidence turned into defensiveness. Ambition became anxiety. The very traits that had allowed him to grow an online empire were now contributing to a public unraveling. And yet, Ashton Hall's story is not just one of loss. It is a cautionary tale about ego, overconfidence, and the brutal transparency of modern fame. The race with speed did not physically break him, but it revealed the fragility of a persona built on perfection and spectacle. Audiences worldwide witnessed firsthand how a single moment can redefine a career, not because of raw talent, but because of perception, expectation, and the unforgiving court of public opinion. For viewers, the saga has become an object lesson. Fame is fleeting, virality is deceptive, and every public claim carries weight. In the final moments, Ashton Hall's race against speed serves as both entertainment and warning. In the age of the internet, humility is as important as talent, and overconfidence, no matter how carefully packaged, can lead to an abrupt and very public downfall. The digital footprint remains permanent, and the lesson echoes. The world does not forgive arrogance. As the dust settles, Ashton Hall continues to create content, posting new routines and videos. But the shadow of that April race lingers, shaping perception in ways no viral clip or marketing stunt can erase. Speed's calm victory and Ashton's frantic recovery have become a defining chapter in influencer culture. It is a story of ambition, spectacle, and the inescapable consequences of misjudging your own limits. And so, the final verdict is not about who ran faster or who posted more videos. It is about how the internet, with its unrelenting memory, judged the man behind the persona. Ashton Hall's rise was meteoric, but the fall, triggered by overconfidence in a single miscalculated race, serves as a permanent reminder. In the world of social media, the greatest loss is not a race. It is losing control of the narrative you spent years building.